The Walking Dead has become synonymous with heart-stopping moments and brutal character deaths that leave viewers stunned. From the very beginning, this post-apocalyptic world has shown us that no one is safe, and death can come in the most gruesome forms imaginable.
Sorry, brother.
Today, we're diving into part 1 of the darkest corners of this universe to explore the most brutal deaths that have left fans shocked, heartbroken, and forever changed. We're about to relive the most gut-wrenching, nightmare-inducing deaths that have defined The Walking Dead. These aren't just regular main character deaths. These are the scenes that made us question if we could keep watching, yet somehow kept us coming back for more. To kick off the list, let's start with Noah's death in Season 5. Noah's journey from Grady Memorial Hospital to Alexandria was one of hope and potential. He had dreams of becoming an architect and rebuilding the world, but in a cruel twist of fate, during a supply run gone wrong, Noah finds himself trapped in a revolving door with Glenn and Nicholas, surrounded by walkers. In one of the most graphic scenes in the series that made us hate Nicholas even more, we watch helplessly as Noah is torn apart, with his face pressed against the glass, while Glenn can only watch in horror. Like, come on, Nicholas, just hold the damn door, bruh. This moment not only robs us of a character full of promise and literally made Beth's death pointless, but also served as a stark reminder of the show's unforgiving nature. Speaking of supply runs gone awry, Aiden Monroe's death in the same episode is equally brutal. Son of Alexandria's leader, Deanna, Aiden's overconfidence leads to a catastrophic mistake. After accidentally shooting a grenade on a walker, Aiden is impaled on metal bars from the explosion. What makes this death particularly horrifying is not just the impalement, but the fact that he is left behind as Glenn and Nicholas fail to pull him free, screaming for help as walkers descended upon him.
You left them. We both did. That's who we are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
His death serves as a wake-up call for the Alexandrians, highlighting their inexperience and the dangers of complacency in this post-apocalyptic world that had Rick concerned from the very beginning. Now, we come to perhaps the most infamous moment in The Walking Dead history, the deaths of Glenn and Abraham at the hands of Negan in Season 7. This scene is a masterclass in tension and brutality. Negan's game of Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo keeps viewers on edge, and when Abraham is chosen, there's a brief moment of relief that the others might be spared. But that relief is short-lived, all because Daryl couldn't keep his shit together. Abraham's defiant and badass last words paint a graphic depiction of his death that is shocking enough.
Fuck my nuts.
But it's Glenn's death that truly breaks the audience. Watching a beloved character from the very first season meet such a gruesome end, calling out for Maggie with his last breath, is a moment that changed The Walking Dead forever. These deaths set the tone for Negan's reign of terror and fundamentally alter the show's landscape of what pain truly means. Spencer's death is a vivid reminder of the dangers of ambition in this new world. Spencer, never fully on board with Rick's leadership and his ideals on what it takes to keep Alexandria safe, attempts to finesse favor with Negan. In a chilling scene, Negan sees through Spencer's bullshit and in his own cynical and twisted way punishes what he sees as cowardice. "You have no guts," Negan says, before literally spilling Spencer's guts onto the street.
It's because you got no guts.
This brutal public execution serves as a warning to Alexandria and viewers alike about the unpredictable nature of their new op, who continues his reign of terror on everyone surrounding Rick. Shifting gears to the spin-off series The Ones Who Live, we have Oakfor's death. As a high-ranking member of the CRM, Oakfor is introduced as an ally to Rick and plays a crucial role in Rick's survival within the CRM. However, in a shocking turn of events, Oakfor is killed in a gruesome fashion when the helicopter he and Rick are in is shot down by an explosive projectile by Nat.
We're hit! Protocol 3! Protocol 3! Protocol 3!
Man's head straight exploded, covering everything in blood. Oakfor's sudden demise not only deprives Rick of a potential ally, but also sets the stage for the larger conflict against the CRM and the dangerous world Rick must navigate. The Pike victims in Season 9 represent one of the most gnarly, brutal, and shocking mass deaths in the series. Alpha's brutal display of power, marking territory with the heads of beloved characters on pikes, is a visual that haunts both the characters and the audience to this day. Among the victims are Ned, Tara, and Henry, each separately providing a stab to the heart of our main characters. This moment not only cements the Whisperers as a terrifying new threat, but also dramatically shifts alliances and motivations for the survivors, setting the stage for an all-out war and putting Carol into straight crash-out mode. The fate of the Terminus crew in Season 5 is a grim reminder of how far our heroes have come and how brutal they can be when pushed. After escaping the cannibalistic community, Rick and the group hold it down to exact revenge. The slaughter of the Terminus members, specifically Gareth, is a massive turning point for Rick.
No point in begging, right?
No. You don't have to do this. We can walk away. And we will never cross paths again, I promise you.
Man said, "I'm not going to beg," and then starts begging, is both hilarious and ironic. Rick's promise to kill Gareth with the red-handled machete comes to fruition in a church, of all places, symbolizing the death of mercy in this world. This brutal execution shows how much Rick and the others have changed and foreshadows the lengths they'll go to protect their own. Dr. Carson's death is an insane reminder of the brutality of the Savior's regime. Accused of helping prisoners escape, Dr. Carson is straight yeeted into a furnace alive by Negan as Eugene watches in pure shock.
That's all you had to say. That is all you had to say.
This horrific execution demonstrates the depths of cruelty in Negan's world and how easily disposable human life is under his rule. It was a moment that had the audience in pure silence in fear of what Negan would do next. Jessie Anderson's death in Season 6, along with her sons, are a perfect example of how The Walking Dead can turn a moment of hope into utter despair and straight pain. As Rick and his group attempt to escape Alexandria through a herd of walkers, Sam straight freezes, and Jessie, holding onto Carl's hand, is bitten. Her agonized screams attract more walkers, forcing Rick to make an impossible decision. In a brutal and heartbreaking moment, Rick hacks off Jessie's arm to save Carl, leaving her to be devoured. This is the moment that leads to Carl getting shot by Ron. This bloody scene is a harsh reminder of the sacrifices required for survival in this world. Gage's suicide in Season 11 is a haunting depiction of fear, brutality, and desperation. Trapped outside a train car and surrounded by walkers, Gage chooses to end his own life rather than be torn apart alive. What makes this moment particularly impactful is that it forces our heroes to watch, unable to help as Gage stabs himself in the heart.
Liar.
His death serves as a grim reminder of the psychological toll of their world and the impossible choices they sometimes face. Sebastian Milton, the entitled and arrogant asshole of a son of Commonwealth Governor Pamela Milton, meets a gruesome end that diverges significantly from the comic book counterpart. During a chaotic Walker invasion of the Commonwealth, Sebastian attempts to exact revenge on Max by pushing a walker towards her. His plan backfires spectacularly when Eugene intervenes, shoving the walker onto Sebastian instead. What follows is a scene of poetic justice, as this spoiled asshole of the Commonwealth's elite finds himself pinned down by the very threat he so callously uses against others. As Sebastian wrestles with the walker, his cries for help fall on deaf ears. The gathered crowd, many of whom have suffered under the Commonwealth's oppressive class system that Sebastian embodies, watches unsympathetically as he struggles. These 11 deaths represent some of the most brutal and shocking moments in the Walking Dead universe. Each one has left a lasting mark on the series, shaping characters and storylines in profound ways. They serve as stark reminders of the show's central themes: the fragility of life, the cost of survival, and the lengths people will go to protect what's theirs. As we reflect on these moments, we're reminded of why The Walking Dead has captivated audiences for so long. Its unflinching portrayal of humanity pushed to its limits in a world where death lurked around every corner. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as we continue to dive into more brutal deaths that we couldn't fit into just one video. And always, thanks for watching.